Hello, happy Wednesday morning. Well, I have upped or changed the time. Normally, I would offer this at 8 a.m. on Wednesdays, but I noticed it might have been too early for a lot of people. So I'm hoping more would be able to attend this live Facebook discussion about how to release stress naturally in your life. I began with talking about meditation, and then I've just kind of moved it into finding ways to reduce stress naturally. So I may go back and forth talking about meditation techniques each week, or again talking about ways to reduce stress naturally. So the purpose of today's topic is about how to deal with overwhelm. And overwhelm is that feeling of starting to be anxious, that there's so much going on, you don't know what direction to go in, you're just feeling frustrated, there's so much that you need to put your attention to, but then you kind of shut down because it's just too much going on, right? Or you again don't know which one to choose. So this is a topic that comes up a lot, especially with the people that I work with. And I see this even in, just throughout all walks of life. Overwhelm is normal. And so, but how we deal with it so that we can reduce the stress naturally is really, really important. So I'd love to hear from you. What are some ways that you deal with overwhelm naturally, other than shutting down or trying to rip somebody's head off when you get frustrated? One of the tips that I use when I first start feeling overwhelm is it usually begins in my heart, and I start feeling my heart start to increase, and so the heart pressure is starting to increase. So I know, this is a sign of stress. So this is my body telling me that it's going into fight or flight response. So I have a choice. I can go through that, that fight, which is either verbal or physical fighting, or that flight, just run, not even dealing with the stressor. So when you start feeling that sensation of overwhelm come up, the first thing that I do is I usually put my hands on my heart, kind of that inner ease technique that I showed a while back. But basically the point of that is by touching my heart, I'm reconnecting to my heart, and I'm saying to my heart, and I'm saying to my body, and I'm saying to my mind, it's okay, you're safe, it's calm down. Because what we don't want to do is get into or stay in a stress state of mind. So by placing your hands on your heart, if you feel called to that, or on your legs, or again, just any way that you can just touch your body and just reconnect to your body, because then you're letting your body know it's okay, then just kind of focus on breathing, taking in deep breaths, breathing in from your nose, a good inhale, feeling your belly expand, and then being able to just slowly letting it go through your mouth. This is going to assist you in releasing that stress idea. So it's telling your body that there's no danger. And then once you get your mind into a more relaxed state of presence, then you can figure out, okay, what's the next step? I'm a writer, so I love to write things down. So I brainstorm. So I write down, I take a couple minutes, I say, okay, let me get a pen and paper out and just write down everything I need to do today or in this moment. And then I identify those specific things and say, okay, what is the first thing that I need to do today? What's the second thing that I need to do today? And then focus on just one thing. So if I need to write a newsletter, that's all I'm going to do for that one moment. is write that newsletter. I'm not going to be checking other things, email, Facebook, my cell phone. Like, no, it's one task at a time. Again, that's going to help you reduce that feeling of overwhelm. And then you just kind of keep going down the list. Another way to reduce that sense of overwhelm is pre-planning. So, having Sunday be the day that you pre-plan, well, what is the rest of your week going to look like, right? So it's preparing for the week. That could be meal planning. That could be, again, writing out in your agenda, what is it that you want to accomplish this week? Why? Who do you need to help you with that? So those are a couple of my techniques that I use to help me reduce overwhelm. And so this is going to bring you down, and this is that also bringing that meditation into presence. And that meditation is really about being mindful, being present. So that's going to assist you in dealing with overwhelm. So again, I'd love to hear from you. Is there a way that you deal with overwhelm? Is there another way that you would like to receive support when you feel overwhelmed? So feel free to write a message, send me an email, whatever that looks like for you. Because again, my purpose is to be here to help you find the tips and techniques to reduce stress naturally. Well, I hope this was helpful. I do want to keep it short because I know you have a busy day. And I hope this time was a little bit better. And I definitely look forward to connecting with you. So if you haven't received more support from me, feel free to sign up for my newsletter. I send out a weekly newsletter on tips and techniques to reduce stress naturally. So you can sign up by sending me a personal message. So over at, by email. But basically how feelings of overwhelm, again, just affect our wheels of life is that it can negatively impact our different energy centers. And so again, that's where we want to really bring it down. So the areas of overwhelm that are going to affect our wheels of life are in your heart, because it's that panic state, that anxiety state that starts to happen. And then your mind just kind of goes insane, right? You have all of these thoughts just churning, moving around, flowing, and it's hard to focus. So that's why when you focus on that meditation and just breathing in and breathing out, I know it sounds so simple, but it's so effective. Give it a shot next time you're feeling overwhelmed. And I'd love to hear about your feedback, and let me know if that was helpful for you. So thank you for tuning in to a weekly Wednesday stress less tip of the day. So thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful and blessed day.